Punctuation marks. It's an English grammar topic. What are punctuation marks? Punctuation marks are symbols used to complete a correct sentence. This is a full stop, question mark, comma, and we also use capital letters to make the sentence complete. We begin with a full stop. A full stop is used to mark the end of a sentence. It is also used in abbreviations. The word abbreviations means short form, when we write a word in short form. Using full stops. We use full stops at the end of a sentence. The sunset was beautiful. This is a sentence and it ends here. So you use a full stop at the end of a sentence. I'm not a good cook, but I try my best. So the sentence ends here, so you must put a full stop. In abbreviations. When do we use full stops in an abbreviation? You can buy tea, coffee, etc. at the cafe. Now the word etc. is written in short form. The whole spelling is not written. So if it is a short form, you put a full stop after the short form. Please return it by 29th October at the latest. Now if you see the word October, it is not written in its correct spelling. It is written in a short form. So to show that it is a short form, we use a full stop after the short form. We now will do a question mark. This is a question mark. Question mark. The main use of the question mark is to ask a question. Examples. Are you playing cricket? That is a question. Somebody is asking, are you playing cricket? So you end the sentence not with a full stop, but with a question mark because it's a question asked. What time is it? You end the sentence with a question mark. So every question must end with a question mark. So you know it is a question. We will now do commas. Commas in a series. There are many rules to using commas. We use commas to separate 3 or more words written in a series. For example, I like to eat apples, grapes, and bananas for snack. Children, if there were 2 items, then you just write I like to eat apples and grapes. Then you don't use a comma. But when there are 3 or more words, then you have to use a comma. Now look at this picture. Little Chrisanne has gone to a toy store to buy some toys. Now what toys did she buy? She bought a teddy bear, a doll, blocks, a toy train, and books. Now let us see how to use all this in a sentence. Chrisanne brought a bear, a doll, blocks, a toy train, and books. Now did you notice, children, that after every item I put a comma? A bear, a doll, blocks, a toy train. Now why didn't I put a comma here, children? Because it's the second last word in this sentence about all the things that Chrisanne brought. So if it is the second last word, we don't put a comma, we just say and books. We don't use a comma when it is the second last word. Krisan brought a bear, a doll, blocks, a toy train, and books. A comma is also used in the middle of a sentence to break the flow of a sentence or give it a pause. When you want to pause in a sentence, you use a comma. It was raining heavily. So you pause for maybe 1 or 2 seconds and then you continue. And the roads were flooded. So when this sentence is read without a comma, it will sound like this. It was raining heavily and the roads were flooded. So you don't pause. So it doesn't sound correct. So when you want the sentence to sound correct, you use a comma in the middle of a sentence to give it a little pause. It was raining heavily and the roads were flooded. A comma is also used when answering a question and then continuing with the sentence. I will give you an example. This little boy is asking a question. Will you play with me? So when you answer, you have to say yes, then put a comma, I will play with you. So whatever your answer is, you have to put a comma after it and say, I will play with you. You could also say no. Whatever the answer is, after the answer, you put a comma and then continue the sentence. I will play with you. Another example, will you give me your book? The answer is sorry. Then put a comma. I cannot give you my book. So you continue your sentence afterwards, but you put a comma after the answer you have given to the question asked. We will now go on to using capital letters. When do we use capital letters, children? We use capital letters when the alphabet I comes all by itself, when it's alone. Not in a sentence like I, T, you don't use capital here. But when it comes all by itself, you use it as a capital. You also use capital for names of people, animals, even places and things. For example, this man is called Paul, so you use a capital P. This girl is Mary, so you use capital M. And the name of this cat is Fluffy, so you use capital F. We also use capitals for months of the year, days of the week, also names of places, and holiday names like Halloween or Christmas, Easter, Diwali. But if you're using this all in a sentence, it doesn't come as a capital sometimes. But when you're using it separately, you write it with a capital. You always begin a capital at the beginning of a sentence. The old brown dog slept quietly on the couch. Now, if you notice in this sentence, it ends here, so there is a full stop. Now, after every full stop, you must begin the next sentence with a capital letter. As I told you when writing your composition of the sun or the apple, you had to begin every sentence with a capital letter. Last night, there is a comma here, I dreamt that I was a superhero. This is also a punctuation mark, children. It's called an exclamation mark, which you will learn later. Once upon a time, there lived a magical unicorn. So have you noticed, children, that every sentence, when it ends with a punctuation mark, you have to begin the next sentence with a capital letter. Now let's do some examples of when to use a capital letter. Write the full stops and capital letters in all the sentences that are shown. My birthday is in January. Now in this sentence, children, can you notice that the first alphabet in the sentence is in capital because it's the first alphabet in the sentence, and January is a name of a month. So that is why it is written in capital letters. My birthday is in January. Let's look at the next sentence. I come from Somalia. Somalia is the name of a place, and when the alphabet I comes all by itself without like this, see here I is with A at the side of it, but when it comes all alone you have to use a capital letter. I is in capital, come from Somalia. Somalia is the name of a place. We come to college on Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. Now in this sentence, children, where will you use capital letters? Can you think and tell me? Yes, we use capital letters at the beginning of a sentence for names of days like Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. They are names of days, so we used capital letters. Mary likes fish and Paul likes meat. Now in this sentence, children, Mary is a name of a girl and it is also the very first word in the sentence. So you use capital letter for Mary. And Paul is a name of a person, so you put capital P. What is the last thing you must do? End with a full stop. Mary likes fish and Paul likes meat. The sentence ends with a full stop. If you've noticed, everywhere the sentence ends with a full stop. Let's do some more examples. Children, if you have realized that EG is a short form for examples. So I used a full stop after E and a full stop after G. That shows that it is a short form of the word example. This is a big house. Now we have used capital letters where, children? At the beginning of a sentence, and we use a full stop at the end of a sentence. So T is in capital and you end with a full stop. Now let's do another example. Today is Monday. We have a holiday today. Now where have I used capital letters? For T, because it's the first alphabet in the sentence. For M is for Monday, it is a name of a day. And for W, because it comes after a full stop, we use capital letter here. Anshika and I went to Goa in the month of May. Now, I have used capital letters in this sentence. Where have I used the capital letters to make the sentence correct? For Anshika, because it's the first alphabet in the sentence, and also because it's a name of a girl. For the alphabet I, because it comes all by itself. For G in the word Goa, because Goa is a name of a place. And for M, because it's a name of a month. So you see, children, we have to use all these punctuation marks to make your sentence absolutely correct. Thank you, children, and have a lovely day.